Poliomyelitis, commonly known as polio, is a very infectious virus that typically infected kids less than 5. Through some very aggressive worldwide vaccination efforts, this has almost been eradicated from the planet. We are so close. So let's talk about what this did. Back before the vaccine, it was commonly spread by fecal-oral route, which means you weren't washing your hands very good, and then you put the virus actually in your mouth. Nasty, but it happens. And so it would typically cause some little GI upset, fever, and fatigue. Most people. But in 1 out of every 200 people infected, it would cause an irreversible paralysis. And in 5 to 10% of those people, they would die due to paralysis of the diaphragm, which was the muscle that allowed you to breathe. Now, it has no treatment. It has no cure. The only way that we were able to eliminate polio is through vaccinations. Now, we haven't had a natural case of polio in the United States since 1979. Since 1994, the Americas were certified to be polio-free. Now, in 1988, worldwide, there were about 350,000 cases of polio. As of 2013, there were less than 440 cases. There are only 3 countries that are still considered to be endemic, where you still find it fairly commonly in the world: Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Nigeria. Now, there's ongoing efforts to keep that vaccination going and to go into those areas and increase vaccination rate, because as long as 1 case exists, the world is still at risk. It is going to be eradicated, and it'll be soon. But what would happen if we stopped today? If we stopped vaccinating today, they would estimate that by 10 years from now, we would be up again to having over 200,000 cases worldwide. This is a true vaccination victory. It's ongoing, and there's so many more diseases that can be completely eradicated by vaccinations. Now, you commonly hear on anti-vaccine websites that it was done away with because of good sanitation, which is always interesting to me because it's an enterovirus. It's spread exactly the same way another common childhood illness called hand, foot, and mouth disease, a disease that almost completely infects every child before they're 3 years old and has been completely unaffected by better sanitation. The vaccine is typically given at 2 months, 4 months, 6 months, a booster between 12 and 15 months, and then another shot given before they go to kindergarten. Vaccine reactions are very mild, with usually just pain at injection site. If there is any adverse effect, it's usually some kind of severe allergic reaction to a component of the vaccine. And if this happens, you definitely want to let your doctor know so they can help you with the allergic reaction, and it should be reported to the VAERS system. This has been a great effort that's been going on for decades. Please vaccinate your child so that we can continue this ongoing effort and eradicate this from our planet.